Hello and welcome back to the Aligned Living podcast. This is Aisha DeLune, and today's episode has been inspired by a concept that I've been hearing quite a bit the last couple of weeks. And I just wanted to speak to it because I think left unspoken about it can be quite damaging. So the concept is this. There is a popular belief that if you wait long enough, things will sort themselves out. So people will say that the final straw in my desire to record this podcast was a client saying to me, "Oh, time will take care of it." So it's that kind of thing. Oh, it'll all work out how it's meant to, or what's meant for me won't pass me by. So it's this idea that if you wait long enough, things will just sort themselves out. And I profoundly disagree. And I wanted to talk to you about that, to invite you into what alignment is and how it impacts not just now, but moving forward. So it sounds comforting, this idea that's what's meant for me won't pass me by, or time will just take care of it and it's all going to work out how it's meant to. But while it's comforting, it's not actually how co-creating with life works. So if you are currently on an incongruent path, so let's imagine you're in a relationship where you are accepting the unacceptable, whether it's low self-esteem, whether it's just not having the energy to try and address the issues because they'll just be deflected back at you. I mean, there's a million different examples, but let's imagine you are in a relationship that is incongruent. If we stay committed to that incongruent path, it doesn't just magically transform. We don't get into alignment by continuing in misalignment. So time in and of itself won't deliver you congruence. Congruence comes from being honest with yourself, paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, your patterns, how you justify the patterns, attending to your hopes and dreams as if you actually care about you, and then making the tweaks and the changes that honor what you find. So living in wholehearted alignment isn't a reward for endurance. Like if you can just stay committed to this incongruent path long enough, great stuff will happen. Wholehearted alignment, or what I call congruence, which is body, heart, mind, and soul all saying yes, is a state of being that returns when you attend to the misalignment. If we keep living out of alignment, you'll keep creating and experiencing more of the same. So the signals of incongruence, now I've spoken about this in previous episodes, like your feelings are always feedback. Your thinking and the state of mind that you're in is always feedback. And it's so nuanced. Like I can't in this one-to-many situation tell you what it is for you, because sometimes it can be what you're focusing on, because most of us in Western life were never taught how to utilize our mind as a tool. So sometimes our minds are just going crazy. Well, that's terrible terminology, sorry, delete. Sometimes our minds are focusing on something deeply painful, like, what if something happens to my children or something like that, which of course is going to create stress chemistry and distress in the body. So sometimes it's a matter of what we focus on and bringing the mind back into focusing on what's current, focusing on the present moment, focusing on our goals and priorities, and not allowing the mind to just kind of go off on its own tangents, creating stress. But sometimes the mind is focusing on, let's say, that incongruent relationship because it's trying to support you to actually make a plan that honors you and honors the other person, and it wants to think about it to try and problem solve. And they're two totally different things. I kind of describe the mind like a chainsaw. So a chainsaw is an incredibly useful tool if you know what you're doing. So if you've been trained, you know how to use it safely, you can use a chainsaw to make a house, or part of, chopping up wood to make a house. It can help keep you warm for winter. There's artists that use it for amazing wood sculptures. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can really harm yourself or someone else with one. And our mind is the same. It's a tool. But without training, without teaching people that you are actually in control of what you focus on, just like you can be in control of the chainsaw, sometimes the mind is drumming up things that create flatness or lack of hope or lack of energy or stress or whatever it is. And sometimes it's about supporting mind training, and sometimes it is we're in a completely incongruent situation and we're trying to reframe it as if it's great, or reframe it like, if I can just stay in here long enough, great things will happen. So in a one-to-many setting, I can't resolve, obviously, your individual nuanced happenings, but I wanted to just speak to this. If you ever find yourself in this type of mindset, the idea that time will just take care of it, that it'll all work out how it's meant to. Well, it's not meant to be that you stay in a job that's out of alignment or a relationship that's out of alignment and you never speak up about what you would prefer instead. It's not meant to be that you stay in unhealthy situations. That's not how your body is designed. It's not how life is designed. And in order to co-create, our part of that is to listen to our own feedback. When congruence is the goal, your body, heart, mind, and soul all saying yes, we get to live in active curiosity, like co-creating with life itself. We get to go on this incredible journey, which I promise you will never regret, of getting to know your unique self. Getting to know you, getting to know what enlivens and inspires you, what nourishes you, getting to know what drains you, what depletes you. And as you know your unique self and you live a life that honors that uniqueness, then this is alignment. This is alignment, body, heart, mind, and soul. And you can flow with this. This state of being can flow out into all of your life circumstances. And that is what heals or wounds, not time, just in and of itself. So that's the concept that I wanted to deliver you today. I invite you wholeheartedly, truly deeply, to just turn inwards. If you're ever in that situation where you're doing that, what's meant for me won't pass me by, or it'll all work out, to turn inwards and just see, what am I putting up with that I wish was different? What are my hopes in this situation? And what's one thing that I could do today that would get me in alignment with that hope, or that would be one step towards it? What's a need that I could express today? And if I don't have the skills to put my needs into words, well, who can I book in and have a session with me, or have a conversation with someone who's great at that? Like, what do I need? What would step one be to help me be more in alignment with myself today? And if you look out at your life and you feel like it's a big red hot mess and nothing's in alignment, that's okay. I know it can be overwhelming, but just start in one place. Start in one relationship, even if it's the relationship between you and you, where you push yourself out of alignment based on some other idea or past version of you, or something you're trying to live up to that really you don't even care about that all that much. Just pick one relationship between you and you, one relationship in your life, one area, and just begin going, okay, life will naturally rejuvenate, but how can I be the most nourished, the most aligned version of me to make use of the momentum that's available? Okay, what am I wanting to call into my life? And then we use the life coaching model, like, where am I now? Where do I want to be? What is the pathway between here and there? What's one thing I can do today? Because living is a verb, like it's a doing word, same as loving. Like, passive love is so much less enjoyable and deep feeling. And by passive love, I mean, I love you, kind of the end. The person never does anything to show you they care. They don't really listen when you speak. They're not showing curiosity. It's very different to loving where there's verbs, there's doing words. And if you want a life that you love, then it begins with this connection to your own alignment and your deep care about you and your own alignment, living in alignment with your own care label, your own uniqueness. And you are so worth this effort. You are. You absolutely are. And you'll never regret it. So that's it from me today. A little short one, my shortest one ever. So thank you so much for listening, and I will be back soon.